Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to make a no-sew mini journal. It's a scrap buster and it's hashtag tagmetuesday. But first, let's have our shout out to Stacy, Leanne, Peggy, Jennifer, Chalaji Designs, hope that's right, Denise, Colleen, Connie, and Amu. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, you guys, I've been really busy. I'm making these itty bitty teeny tiny little journals, and they're no-sew. Look how cute they are. Oh my goodness. Now you can decorate them any way that you want, but I'm going to show you the bones of it, and then you can decorate them up just like you like. I just took a little piece of thread, very thick thread, and I tied it. Now I did try tying it with a much thicker thread, but I didn't quite care for that as much, but we'll get to that later. What you'll want to do is you'll want to get your scraps, your cardstock scraps, okay? So I have some here, and these are from Chapter 1 papers. And these little pieces are about 3 by about 1.5, okay? And I've rounded the corners, and I went ahead and I inked them up. Now I'm going to show you how I put the little spine in there, the easiest way I know how. And that's what it's all about for me, is easy. We don't want it to be so difficult, it's not fun. I find a line on my grid, I place this down, and then the next line, the very next line on the grid right there, that's where I fold this one. So I've got this one on the heavy grid, heavy line. The next one, I fold my end to the next line, and I burnish it. All right, then I turn it around, and I put it this end, so it's the opposite end that it was. I put it on that same line, and I'm going to fold it up to the same spot that I did the other one, and I'm going to burnish it. That will give me exactly the spine that I'm looking for. So let's just highlight this so you can see. See, it gives me that perfect little spine in there. And then of course you'll want to, ink up all the way around. Now, so look how cute it is now. See, they're so adorable. So cute. Little tiny books, right? So then how I do my pages, how I did my pages, I first started with a sheet of coffee dyed paper, but you can use whatever paper you're wanting. And I took my little book and I placed my paper in there to decide, okay, I don't want the pages to go clear to the edge of the book. I want a little bit of space. At least that's how I like mine. And I like a little space on this all sides, all the way around. And so this happens to be about an inch wide. This is what this happens to be. Then what I did is I cut them down to be a little smaller so I could work with them a little more. And I placed them in my book, and I came up with a piece that's about this size. And this happens to be about an inch and 2.5 inches. So an inch across and 2.5 inches long. And I just cut myself a lot of them, and I rounded the corners because I rounded the corners of my little book. Okay, then what I did was, I'm going to use this one right here because it's dark and you can see it very well. What I did was I counted 6. 1. Now I would suggest, if you're going to decorate these, that you decorate them now before you put them into the book. I just think that would be the easiest way. So we're going to count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. we're going to fold these in half. Now I do it separately because when I do it all together, mine don't turn out so nice. So I do it separately. If you guys can do it all at once, then go for it. Me, I just have to do it this way. So you do it the way that it's easiest for you, that's the most fun for you, and that you're not stressing out about it, because this is not about stressing out. I put that one down because I didn't want those two light colors together. I kind of wanted a dark one in there. So that's why I altered that right there. I was looking at the colors of the pages. Now we're putting them all together like we do in a signature. Alrighty. And they're folded, so they're like this now, right? Now we're going to bring in our stapler. We're going to open it up, and you can see where your fold line is. Make sure they're all straight. Bring your stapler in, and we're going to staple right on your fold line. So I'm just laying this down just so mine turns out okay and not messed up. You just do one staple. That's all you need. And put the teeth inside your pages, right? Put your teeth inside. Then we're going to count 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 6 more. And we're going to fold them in half, just like we did before. I hope this isn't too monotonous for anybody. I love this because you can use scraps for this project. It doesn't take any big pieces. You're going to need some scraps of cardstock, and you're going to need some lighter weight paper, like the copy paper that's been coffee dyed. Now we're putting them all in like a signature. Okay, we're going to tap them to make sure they're as straight as we can get them. We're going to bring in our stapler. We're going to staple it right at the fold line with the teeth on the inside. All right, you guys. Now we're going back to our book. We're going to take our 2 signatures, and we're going to put the stapled ends, the folded ends, together like that. We're going to get some glue. This is my Tombow glue that the label's off. And I'm just going to put some glue on one side, and I am going to put them together. I'm going to marry those 2 outer pages together, but everything's all lined up, okay? So then they're all together, right? Now you've got 2 signatures, but they're basically already sewn in, but they're not, they're glued. Now we're going to take our little book, and we're going to put glue on one of the outside pages. Okay, we're going to hold it. We're going to set our folded little books, and we're going to place it in the spot that we wanted inside of our cover, remembering that we want to keep an even space here and an even space down here. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to close this cover so that this book is held into my cover by the glue on the page. Okay, so we're going to do the other side, and we're going to fold it just like that. So now our pages are all glued in. They're right there where the spine is. They're not going to come out. You can flip through them easily. Everything's nice and flat. Oh, you guys, I love this. You can decorate it any way you want. Like I was saying, I have some thicker thread here, and that I just tied it. Now I showed you that one. I didn't show you this heavier thread. This is a little heavier. I kind of decided maybe I didn't want the heavier one, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. So we're just going to, we'll things are getting a little discombobulated here. We're going to just tie this on here like this. Actually, I should have gone the other way, but that's okay. Whatever way you choose to go is going to be okay. And let's see if I can get this tied. Oh, I didn't. I was struggling there for a minute. Okay, I'm going to turn this up. So this is the thicker little twine. I like it to be a little thinner, I think, but it's cute either way. You guys, I love these. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up, and I invite you to my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.